Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time for Mythic Wars, featuring Neymar MD as the Zeus player and Chasing the Sun as the Shenong player. I'm joined with the fabulous Nulra, the great Nulra, the wise Nulra. Hello, my good friend.
Hello.
Hello.
Love to be here, casting with the goat again.
Hello.
Always a good time casting with Boit,
And
my goat.
This is
That's good.
This is the way that we should start every stream. I think like every single one, just like hello.
Go on.
Mate, I'm just here for a good time. I've still got a cold. I'm still coughing. So we got the goat Nulra in to help me along. This is one of the more interesting matchups for group stages. There's going to be a couple of stomps, I think, in the group stages because you're going to have such a wide variety of skill or variation in skill from like your top 4 player, like I don't know, like a Kavoth, to sort of like all the way down to like a top 24, even a top 32 player. So yeah, these two players are pretty close to each other, I would say, in terms of just general ability to get elo points on a ladder.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think these two are the most similar in skill level in this group, at least, if I remember correctly. They are essentially always been the same rating around there. So it should be a very close game and interesting.
Yeah, well, we've got a Zeus on Bamboo Grove. I was a little bit shook by seeing the Zeus. Look at these town centers. I have seen this spawn before. This is a bizarre spawn. Yeah, with Zeus on Bamboo Grove, not one that I would be expecting. Shenong makes a lot of sense from Chasing the Sun. What's your thoughts?
I think this is, like, you can look at this map as a form of Ghost Lake map, and it's similar to Ghost Lake in terms of, somewhat similar in terms of how it should play out. And Zeus does very well on Ghost Lake, so it's not a surprise that this is also picked here because of the wood lines, right? And underworld plays.
True.
And the fact that you can always deny a second town center from your opponent since the TCs are so close to each other.
Yeah, this is and also you can just, if someone wants to go for a town center, you can almost just walk from your main base over to here, and this is hoplites can just go knock, and then everything falls down.
Yeah, such a small but at the same time big map, depending on which seed you get. And in this one, both town centers have been spawning next to each other, which is, I would say, probably more bigger advantage to the China player because their army is quite immobile.
Yeah.
Whereas Zeus has insanely speedy hoplites that can run around the map.
They are insanely speedy. What is it, 4.9?
Yeah, 4.9.
They're faster. They're faster.
Well.
They're faster than a Jarl. That's on a horse.
True.
That's wild.
Oh man.
Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, I actually haven't. I've been thinking like Jarls recently have been showing up a lot, and they've been proving to be an insane unit after the recent buffs.
Yeah. I think they just keep getting buffed because nobody's really using them, but people, like, I mean, it's one of those units. I mean, we're talking about a Norse unit here when we don't have Norse in the game, but it's one of those units that just doesn't have a wide role. You can either tech into it and it can be really, really effective at a lot of stuff, or if you don't take into it, its only role is to prove to be a tank against, say, a counter infantry, counter archer.
Yeah, but it does serve its purpose well.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
I'm surprised there's no bolt on this Gongchi.
Yeah, me too. I mean, normally that's the first thing you throw something down, and we are seeing 3 villages throwing up a military academy. I've been seeing people doing this a lot more in recent years, in recent times, in the recent months. Probably sort of almost pioneered by someone like Recon. I've seen him doing it a lot, where it's just like, I just want to get that building up as fast as I can and start making military units.
It's a fake. Is this a fake though? Is this to bait out fire archers? No, he's committing to it.
That's a double military academy. He hasn't even started training anything.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about that because you can do the Skadi special, which is bait. Like
Yeah.
I remember when Skadi used to do this, he used to throw down a military barracks in front of his opponent, and then he teched into something else,
Yeah.
or just went for TCs instead. But here it seems like he's gonna commit to this military academy play.
Yeah, there was in Legacy. I remember him doing this. There was a because you could delete your town center and get all the resources back. He would even do the opposite, where he would start building a town center, and then he would once the units had left, he'd delete it, and then he builds things. Obviously, it's not like your opponent will see because they had the score thing there, but
Yeah. Skadi used to be such a special, cool player to watch. Sad to not see him play in these tournaments.
yeah, I mean those sort of mind games are so effective in Retold as well, because like if you miss something that your opponent's doing and then all of a sudden you get caught out, that's almost it can almost be game over just there.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like he's letting, he's dealt with the Chongqi decently so far, but it's caused a lot of idle time. And what is he realistically gonna use the bolt for, if not that?
I guess the next myth unit that pops out.
Yeah, I mean,
will it be a? He's already got it. He's got the chillin'. So the next one that pops out will probably be a mythic, a heroic age one. So you get a little bit more value, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are there any pro players who still play the old version and refuse to go to the new version? Not really.
Is Chasing the Sun throwing down a workshop for some fire archers, or is he just committing to this?
Two fire archers production. Doesn't have the training yards, but he
can't really get training yards on Chenong.
You need to have the divine books.
Yeah, they are far too expensive. Yeah, he should be fine.
How much
I'm
are they?
Not sure.
I can't see.
It's like 150, 75.
Yeah, that's pretty expensive.
I think it's 150 food, 75 wood.
But what's the
might as well throw down another one.
What's the speed increase on it? These are things I should know.
It's 50%. I think it's 50%.
Okay, that would never be worth it. Someone in the chat can confirm or deny. But yeah, now Neymar's found himself in the awkward position where he is making infantry units into counter infantry units. As you can see, these fire archers do so much damage. He does
if the hoplites do gap close with the Sarissa and Aegis Shield, they should be able to tear his army apart.
Yeah, he does have Sarissa pre-queued. He's got Sarissa, sorry, not Sarissa, Aegis Shield pre-queued. He's already got Sarissa researched, so he's got something going here, but
he needs to get that Jason out of his army, though.
Yeah, it's slowing him down
that
a lot, isn't it?
It's really bad.
4.3 speed. Now the hoplites are no longer speedy boys.
Yeah, it's kind of killing his army movement.
Yeah, the training yard is effectively an extra military building, so 100% faster. So yeah, it's not quite.
I would still probably build another one.
Not quite worth it to get it without divine books, but if you need it in a pinch, it's not a terrible idea.
It's 150 food though, right? So much resources.
And there's that
this is a bad movement.
Yeah, this is really good here for Neymar. He's got some hoplites coming in onto the back. The good shoot and scoot kiting from Chasing the Sun. This is going to be a...
He's getting the armory upgrades too.
Yeah, I don't know about the copper armor at this stage. Just copper weapons straight away and then copper shields.
He's got copper shields, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
But nonetheless, one thing here
what is the plan here?
The plan here has to be push or push or catch either catch this Chasing the Sun army out of position, or well, this is also catching it and clean it up, or catch it out of position, say attacking you over here, and you just charge for the main base and you kill off everything in this main base, right?
Yeah. He's probably going. Yeah, he's going through Dionysus to get that bronze, but it's still kind of scary for him. Like giving China a reason to build fire archers is not gonna work out very well for you, I feel. Unless you do some switching into Hippias, but he's just choosing to go full out on the hoplites.
Yeah.
And now we got the Tauti.
And then there's nothing wrong with, I mean, he's got so many resources in the bank right now. There's nothing wrong with just putting down 2 stables, 3 stables, and just saying, okay, we'll get some guys out. This Tau TA is getting gigantic. People forget this guy's got a special ability as a restoration.
The cone.
And he can do area of effect damage, and it's not small. I think it's like 20 damage or something. 25 divine damage.
Yeah.
It's very, very
and
good.
It's kind of like, it's quite decent range as well.
Yeah.
It's just, it comes at the cost of losing your stacks for it, so you are gonna lose something for it, but if you can get a good one off, it's kind of worth it.
Yeah.
That's the rest of gone, and he's not got any on favor, and as Zeus, that's a big mistake. Even 1 on favor would have you at least 40 favor by now.
Going for archery ranges. I guess the idea here is to get Peltast out. He's forced out all of these pioneers. If he can get out, say, 10, 15 Peltast, he's going to be able to clean these up pretty quickly. But he's
But what I'm thinking here, like, if this was his plan, why not just jump heroic straight away, right? Instead of making hoplites that you're not actually gonna get too much done with, since the map is fairly closed off and he has earth wall.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably can just make, say, five hoplites, run around the map, trying to raid the main base. I guess you're scared of, like, medium fire archers killing off your town center to some degree.
Do we see Nuba pre-queued from Chasing the Sun? Yeah. Go on. First Nuba of the tournament, I believe.
This Nuba got like a pretty big buff on that. What's it called? On the scorching. Oh, okay, game's over.
Scorching Feather.
On the scorching feathers, yeah. It's a bit unfortunate. Unfortunately, Neymar. I think he just
Don't think he had a plan going in.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I think that is accurate. There's just no real thought process into, okay, if I go hoplites, what's he gonna go for? And if you can thought process that far and say, oh, he's gonna make fire archers. Okay, well, now we have to go. Okay, do we make Hippias or do we go straight to the heroic and make ourselves Peltast?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, he could have done all of this on 2 TC. And been in the game, but since he went for 1 TC and Chasing the Sun went for 2 TC, no matter what, even if he gets the fight of his life and wipes out that army, he will still not be in a good position because he's been on 1 TC for 12 minutes, whereas Chasing the Sun has 2nd TC for 6 to 7 minutes already.
Yeah. Kinda. I mean, the town center at the bottom is very average. I mean, he's got some balls behind it. I guess with good building placement, it's probably pretty hard to get around here and stop this. So maybe it's fine. But yeah, I think if you look at this, if you look at this town center and you just look at what's on the screen here, you go, nah, this town center is not good. Forward gold mine, a couple of wood lines, but yeah, well, the back balls are good, so it would have made some sense. But yeah. Anyways. That's a first win to Chasing the Sun. It is a best of 5, so we'll move into game number 2 and get it going. Alrighty, game 2. We had ourselves a bit of a technical problem with the dropout and all of the problems that come with dropping out in a game of Age of Mythology Retold. But we've got to give Sportsman of the Year right now over to the fabulous Chasing the Sun, who said, no problems, let's restart. So,
yep, props to Chasing the Sun for that one.
Yeah, we got the same matchup, and we'll see what's going to change here now. The map is looking relatively similar to the last one. Back down centers with nothing on it. It's very choky though. A lot of choke points with these cliffs in the center, so a little bit different.
This map's seeds can be so volatile and unfair at times.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's kind of similar for both players. Who would you give to the edge to on a map like this with so many choke points and cliffs?
Oh, it's kind of tough, right? Like, I mean, choke points favor ranged units. That's that's the simple thing, and it favors building buildings in choke points.
Yep.
I know everyone likes to shit on how bad, #bad, the fortifications are in Age of Mythology, but this is the type of map where they shine. And without a doubt, they shine, and they're always gonna be good here. Things like grabbing a forward town center as the ISIS player, and then slowly pushing forward with palaces all over the place, or migdols all over the place, and then all of a sudden your opponent just goes, "Hey, I can't get through there." Getting a wall in a choke point with a migdol behind it, I can't get through there.
Another thing is, like, Nua's God bonus comes in very clutch
in
a game like this where there's so much choke points, right?
Yep.
And siege crossbows are actually a decent unit. I can't believe I'm gonna say it, but siege crossbows here can be good.
Look, I didn't bring it up. I said range units. That does contain the unit, the siege crossbow as well.
What is the range of the catapult? Is it 28?
Yeah, the catapult is broken. It's something like that. 28. I say broke. It's just really, really strong. It's head and shoulders.
It is the best
siege
Yeah, it's
in the
the
game.
best siege.
But there has to be a best siege in the game, right? And why not give it to Egyptians?
Yeah. True. Why not? They don't have. They have one of the weaker heroic ones to compensate, right?
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Situationally.
I'm not going to go there. We're not going to start. We're not going to start.
Relics this time around. Yeah. Oh, Bridal of Pegasus. This is one of my I would
Me too.
probably put this in my top 3 relics. Top 3 relic. It's one of the best relics you can ever have if you can utilize it properly.
I don't. Obviously, every god is different, right? Like if you get this relic as with a god that can't scout very well, all of a sudden you're having an amazing game. Like for example, if you pick this up with Thor, you're just like, wow, here we go. Let's enjoy this game. But if I'm playing a game with, say, Oceanus or Hal 2, and having Chong-Chi or just any other flying unit, or even Hermes with the free Pegasus, it becomes a little bit lower on my list, but I'm still wanting to grab it.
Yeah, it's still like the thing with this unit is compared to like Caladria or something is that when you select your military, it doesn't get dragged. You can just put it on patrol and completely cover an entire area. Like if you put it in the middle, you will always see how his army moves, and you can respond correctly to that. That is such a big advantage.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Nalra, we're seeing something a little bit different from last game. Both players say, hey, we're just going to go for a forward town center. Now, Neymar spots it. He's got his Pegasus floating above here. But he's just got his town center up now. He's done it with the clay peasants as well.
Onto the berries.
Okay. Fair enough. And the town center for Chasing the Sun's going to come up, and he is... It's looking like he's going to stay 2 town centers here. I could be wrong. He's only got 3 villages on gold, which does indicate a 2 town center idea rather than 3 town centers.
Correct, yeah. I think he's going to change it up here. And go... We'll see based on which minor god he goes through. If it's Nephthys, we might potentially see a Heroic Age all in, or just 2 TC Mythic play.
I mean, it could
He is
just...
adding on to gold, and if he stops at 6 or 7, that usually means heroic, right? And not a second TC.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the idea of like trying to do an all in here, and the hardest part about it is literally, how do I get to this gold mine? I think it's going to be very, very tricky.
There's actually a really good map to all in on 2TC because of how split the main base is from the second base.
True,
So
you can move
the
around.
aggressor
Yeah,
can
yeah.
choose. Yeah. And if he can utilize the cliff to his advantage to split him up, could be very bad for Neymar.
Hello there, chasing the sun. Oh, little cheeky wall. It always fascinates me how I know that it's 100 gold versus what do you call 350 resources?
350, yeah.
But, you know,
I like it. I
Yeah.
like this where you as a priest can't kill it. Like it would be just like very bad.
Yeah, I mean if you put up 100 resources worth of Axeman versus 350 resources worth of Hoplite, the Hoplite wins, right? So it makes sense. It makes sense. It's just like one of those things that's in the back of your mind when you're playing, say it's Greek and you have a Jason, you know, you're smacking away. You're gonna win that fight. And I know it's a completely different type of unit, but it's just like you go, ah!
Yeah, I mean, you have to also look at this. Like, if you're trading health for the Chonky, Nua can't heal the Chonky, so you're also winning on that.
True. Man, chasing the sun he's going for this third town center again. After all is said and done, he is going for Sobek. It's just in a weird spot, and he's just doing this so well. This is one of those things that, I mean, you just have to kind of do on a map like Alfheim. You've just got to get in, secure corners, lock stuff up. Neymar has not done any of this himself. He's getting farms up in his main base already. He's got some cows still here. He's got some chickens to eat as well.
He has a game plan, and he's not gonna deviate from it. He's gonna try to execute it at any cost.
Yeah,
and that is the 2TC fast mythic, right? I
guess so. I mean, it makes, with a town center this late from chasing the sun, this one is probably, this is getting about a minute and a half later than the disconnect game. It starts becoming a little bit stronger, but
like you can see if he gets value, because last time he used Locust on the Vills, right? And this time he's gonna maybe look for it again. If he can get some decent value off of that, this third TC will be just fine, right?
I tell you what I reckon, and tell me what you think. But if your opponent still has berries left and they've got farms up already, can you not just Locust over the berries, over the farms, kill off all the berries, kill off all the farms, and potentially also kill the villagers?
Yeah, but you kind of don't need to, because Meteor will just take care of that for you.
Yeah, but then you Meteor the farms again. The farms are going to come back.
Yeah. I had that happen to me. It was very tilting. I got Locusted and then Meteored when I rebuilt the farm. I lost the game immediately because I spent too much, right?
Yep. You got to play around it, man. Got to play around it.
Yeah. It's a very solid idea, though.
It is actually, it does actually start making sense to not put farms against Egyptian. Not put farms around your town center, but instead put them in your silos.
Yeah, like 4 per silo.
Yeah. Or even
go a long
three per silo.
Yeah.
Because then they're all working perfectly fast. I think maybe you can get 4 to work fast. I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, we got the Locust coming, maybe? He's got something in the rock there, right?
Yeah, he has a Pitsukos. This is so old school.
I mean, this can be annoying, yeah.
The way that I use the rock now, and I do think it's actually still very usable, very good for rock raids, but you don't drop it on top of the villages. You just drop it over your opponent's defenses, like in a place where they can't, or you can't get anything. And then you run around with your speedy units and get villager kills.
Like, this unit can be good if you have the, like, I can't be bothered using it because it's just, I'm lazy, right?
Yeah.
But if you're not lazy and you can utilize the rock, Like, it can give you so much value just by placing it next to your ranged units and parking it there.
Oh, yeah,
Just
like Caraballis, the Sky Passage stuff.
yeah, just that
Interesting.
kind of stuff can really be strong if you're not lazy.
Nice snipes onto these
Interesting.
Pioneers, but these Camel Riders are going to get taken out as this is kind of looking like
Do you see?
almost a fake aggression from Chasing the Sun. He's only got one Migdol, making like a handful of Camel Riders, and then he's just going to go Mythic Age.
Do you see what I see here, Boit? Look at the minor goals from Neymar. He is switching it up.
Yeah, but
This tells me he wants to go into infantry, and he might stay heroic and just try to fight it out there. Because he doesn't get the Huang D-Tex, right? But his macro is not looking too good at the moment.
yeah, he's got about 3,000 resources in the bank. Solid.
I kind of like this, but at the same time, you just cannot go wrong with Gumong. Whereas this one is a more risky approach. But it also means that you should probably go for Zurong if you're doing this.
He is going to go for it. He's going to go for Zurong.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know why, but the market trade rates have been absolutely
Sure.
hammered here. And
He overgathered the food, didn't? Yeah, and they sold it all.
well, he's overgathered wood. But okay. Nope. Little cheeky Fey Beasts.
Ooh.
Does have the upgrade, and these are really nice split from. You can just attack with these. These things do damage. There you go. Attack.
This is good. This is very, very big. Oh my god. Boit.
Alright.
No.
Alright,
This is
nerf.
a killer.
Nerf this god power. Nerf it out of the game. I'm sick of this.
Yep.
I mean, let's be real. This
Minus
should have been-
50% against villagers.
Minus 50%
Capital.
of villagers, yeah. You counter this so easily with survival equipment, which you can now get in the classical age. There's no
Even-
excuses to be losing.
Even at Baule next to it.
A naked
Yeah,
locust,
even at Baule.
zero excuse. Just like the Fey Beasts now, if the villagers have got survival equipment, it's just not the best god power to use on them.
That was big value from Locust there. It's couldn't ask for a better Locust, to be honest.
Yeah, and now we got the Chariot Archers coming out. And Zhurong is on the way.
Thoth.
Thoth is in.
And he's that rock. Is base top right? You see on his wall?
Yeah,
There's
he's
a
there.
green dot.
He can
Yeah.
drop this down on the town center, but
Look at the wood line though. Imagine a forest fire there.
I'm imagining.
So these earth walls used to be completely catastrophic to deal with in the Mythic Age, but now I think they should be okay to deal with.
Yeah, they used to get upgraded with your normal text, or your
Yeah.
wall text. Oh, he doesn't have.
Oh.
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 I'm missing it completely. It's over here.
Oh. I don't hate this. I don't hate this at all.
Oh,
the
this is
finals, we
nice.
got
This
him.
is really, really nice. All these Chariot Archers are going to get completely caught out. And the Baihu, if it can, hit a nice... No.
Oh, is he gonna get the wall? It's fine. It's fine. Chariots, they have like their backs. They should be fine, right? No.
I mean, these are...
The myth units are tanking so much.
Yeah, these are halberdiers. If the halberdiers actually get on top of the Chariot Archers, they'll kill them.
Another thing is like if you what's it called? If you don't go for Nepties, the myth units get so much more value.
Oh, this is a interesting usage of this god power. He does manage to send the
another
villagers back,
mistake.
but I mean, where else are you going to use it? As a monument? I mean, you just use it on the town center, I guess.
another mistake here from Neymar is that he didn't grab slash and burn for farms. So it's like he paid full price when he could have paid like
Nothing.
almost nothing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing here is, though, we're technically heading to a late game, and realistically here, can China deal with fully upgraded ISIS if they can get to fully upgraded? It's basically just all about being on a timer here, because you're behind, right? If you're the Chinese player in this position, you're behind. But there's a point where it doesn't matter that you're behind, because you just have all your upgrades, right? And you can just win
This
fights.
comes down to Zook abuse, honestly. If he can utilize the Zooks, he will win every fight. Because ISIS doesn't have Nepties here to deal with Myth units as well. So if he can get, like, spread the favored land, get as much favor income as you can, and spam these Myth units out non-stop, I think you can do it.
Yeah.
But another thing from chasing his son here is he should focus on the top side instead of this middle.
Well, he's going for the right side there with the Migdol.
That's the elephant.
Very, very nice. Unfortunately, these elephants here against these upgraded infantry units, these are just going to get shredded. This is just
the divine damage as well on
Yeah.
the Rushu.
Yeah,
Like,
look at this. This is 1 divine damage times 5, so
Five
5
divine
divine damage. The chariot
actually not looking too good here for chasing the sun.
The problem is that whatever's going on with Neymar, as he does tap out, there we go. Whatever's going on with Neymar, his macro, his economy, his just everything is just off.
Shambles.
He's got. I mean,
Yeah.
this is what I find with China is, if I'm going to go for anything not named spamming wood units, I need like 50 villagers on food, and there was that option here, like you said. He has this technology just here, slash and burn. He could have grabbed it, and then he could have taken literally all of his gatherers off of wood and just built farms. And he would have gone up to
And
probably
put down 3 markets and go for that beautiful Pishu
Oh,
trade
yeah.
route.
Huge trade
and
route.
eventually, yeah. Like here, this in theory should not work going for Thoth against Rushu Halberdiers because they are just going to absolutely melt your elephants and cav. But since he was so far behind, didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Chasing the sun played this really nicely.
I think it was actually just this locust as well. I feel like that had a
that locust was big.
big impact. So yeah, one thing for
Another thing is like
yeah, I was gonna say one thing is just grabbing that survival equipment. It's just it's one of those techs that is it's just really really good. It's even better.
It's a
on the
no-brainer.
peasants.
Yeah, you have to grab it. Yeah. And like you have so many Quafus and just throwing them on wood. Like sure you can have just don't place Quafus on wood at this point in the game. It's a mistake. You should have all of them on gold. And he had like what 3 or 4 on wood. That's an additional 12 villagers.
Yeah. Anyways, game 2 to chasing the sun. We'll see if Neymar can bring it back. He hasn't pulled out his Atlantean just yet. That is what he is maining at the moment. So we'll see what he can do. But we'll get into game number 3. Game number 3. Schmack. Left hand, we've got ourselves Neymar, currently 0-2 against Chasing the Sun. Ra versus Gaia on the map Marsh. Oh,
Matchup.
And Nalra's still here with me. He's hanging out.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Hello.
I'm still here. Helping out our dear sick Boit.
Oh, okay. This game's over. This game's already won for.
Yeah, whoever gets that wins. Whoever gets that wins. Jesus.
I did. Yeah.
And he spots it right next to him.
Yeah. This is a really big relic. For those of you who don't know, this is 10% extra HP for an Atlantean player. It's 10% extra HP on the Contarius and on the Terma. So they actually become really, really good.
What other relics are there though? Is there anything that can counter that? This one is good.
This
one is
one's
really
nice.
good.
It's underappreciated
If you go
for sure.
Sphinx.
Ooh,
Oh.
this doesn't do anything.
Ooh.
Oh, it does something for our
No,
Gaia player.
hear me out.
For our Gaia player.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, hear me out.
I'm not going to hear you out at all. Put Contarius out of your brain. We're going to go for Mass Hero Terma. And I guarantee you it wins this game.
Oh my god. Can he spot it though is the question. Will he be able to grab these? Because if he does,
oh, and then
it's
we
gonna
get
be really
Ulispo
hard.
as well.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Mass Terma.
Mass
Terma.
Terma. It's and then we get this one as well.
Oh my god. No way.
Oh,
Nah.
all right. The strats here, guys. Anyone out there who wants to see Mass Hero Terma, let's get some Pog champs in the chat. All those relics. You can't contest relics as Egyptian versus Atlantean because they can go 3 hero oracles in the arcade cage if they want to, without slowing them down a crazy amount. You don't need
here,
to.
if I am Neymar.
Yeah.
If I am Neymar, I sack 45 seconds of my uptime for triple oracles.
Oh yeah,
just to grab the relic.
And not only that, it also synergizes with the extra favor gain for a couple more heroes.
Yep, it's like perfect. Can you check his POV if he scouted the relics though? That's the important. I know he scouted one.
This one, but he's not gonna see the other two unless he goes over there.
It's gonna be a big deal.
All right.
I mean, like, don't forget it. Raw also benefits majorly from those relics. Son of Osiris, 5% faster.
Yeah, it's basically just Son of Osiris on the Hermes' Winged Sandals, which I say basically that's all it is. Boost the 5% boosted move speed on a 3.6 speed priest is like nothing. It doesn't. You barely see it change.
Does the tier thing affect Son of Osiris? The 10% lifesteal relic?
I mean, there's nothing that says it doesn't.
I think it does.
There's nothing that says it doesn't, so maybe.
I think it does, and that's like, yeah, it's insane if you can get that for the Osiris.
And getting HP back on that unit is. There's a reason you can't heal it.
Yeah.
I imagine there would be like.
So he is doing it. Yeah. He's heroizing.
Oh, he knows he needs this. I mean, even if he doesn't go for Terma, you already said it. You just go Contarius here, go Thea, Contarius, and Catapultes, and the only thing that you have to worry about is going to be Spearman, and then you can start thinking about getting Arcus, like or Caraballister or something like that to deal with those, and you're in a good spot with the Dryads as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. What do you think of this forward TC grab?
I mean, there's not really any way for Gaia to stop this.
It also leaves you kind of vulnerable now to a heroic timing, which is like, I know in this matchup you do not want to fight in heroic as the Egyptians unless you're going full Rax units.
Yeah. Look. Most of the time we see from the very top players, we see Ra players going for a TC denial against Atlanteans. So you don't want to be allowing the Gaia player, the Kronos player, the Uranus player to get themselves that fast second town center. You want to play a 1 town center game against them. But even so, we have been seeing, it's difficult, but we have been seeing some very high level Atlantean players winning against the classical fighting Egyptian on maps like Steppe. So if you're playing on a map that's very closed off like Marsh, you can have even more of an advantage. But it is a difficult thing.
With the Cairo.
Yeah, Cairo, Terma can work. But sometimes it's not even about that. What Chasing the Sun's doing here, and it might just be more like, let's get the Gaia player out of book, so to speak. Like if all he's playing against when he plays against Raz is 1 town center Wadjet Rax, then now you say, okay, let's go 2 town center Wadjet Rax, and it changes the dynamic completely.
It gives you a bit of a safety net to fall on in case stuff doesn't go too well with it.
Yeah, but you can almost just go, we'll just build a handful of Terma, run around the map, make them heroized, and then poke just a handful, just a little bit, and go heroic age. Like, you don't have to build a whole bunch of units here. because the timings are just all gone.
I agree.
Oh, and he does get that Tearfing Angan to his sword.
Oh, so if he, like,
I
he
guess
should play for Osiris here then.
Like, I mean,
That could be his
when do you
goal.
not want to play
Just like-
for? Do you really Do you really want to go? I was thinking about this before. I forgot that Horus is absolutely busted versus Atlantean. It's one of the really difficult things for Atlantean to deal with. Do you really want to go for? I guess if they've got like the Dryads, maybe you want to go Osiris.
Like, Gaia will, yeah, but basically you have that timing to see if they go Rhea or Thea, right? If they go Thea, you have to kind of go Osiris, and if they go Rhea, you should go Horus. But with a relic like this, it completely changes the option as well. I feel like you should go Osiris regardless, because it can get infinite value because you can heal.
Yeah.
Because you can even heal off of animals, by the way. I'm pretty sure you can heal off of animals.
Yeah, but if you're doing 40 divine damage and you chain like 4 units or how many it is, all of a sudden we're doing like 12 HP a second. Oh, sorry, 12 HP a shot back, which is a huge amount at 10% lifesteal.
It's crazy amount. Like, why is the Son of Osiris not considered overpowered? It's because it can't heal, right?
Yeah.
Now you take away that part, and now it's suddenly overpowered.
Yeah. Obviously, you got the
I
counters,
like
which
what
is
doing here.
kill the temple and then take it back. But yeah.
Yeah. Tart gate angle. I would like to actually see some Tartarian gate. I haven't seen much of it, especially from Gaia play. I guess they still think that Implode is the way to go, but I feel like in certain situations, Tart gate can just get you so much more value.
Against the Rax units, Implode is just infinitely better than Tartarian gate against Rax units, because they're all below 100 HP basically, right? But if your opponent's doing something different, all of a sudden we go, all right, well, Implode's not going to be that good. Let's do Tartarian Gate. Let's put the pressure down. And now we can start working towards three Hesperid's trees and getting super Dryads.
True. Another thing, like, you can see it going through Thea, and Chasing the Sun is opting to stay in Classic for now, spamming upgrades and going through pre-queuing Sobek as well. He might be going for either a Hitsuko's play or a transition into Camels, which I don't kind of like. I prefer Rax units against Atlanteans because they just have such good counters to the Migdol units.
Yeah, I guess the other thing here right now is with Neymar getting to the heroic age, and the way that he's been playing, I would have loved to see him just have a couple of villages out on this gold already. 1 mana, 2 mana maybe, and we're leaving gold over here. Plop down the palace straight away, and you're good to go for a little bit longer. But now he's going to run out of this gold mine. All of a sudden, there's a timing here. All these units coming through, shifting sands. Problems going to be coming for sure. But at the moment,
how will you play it out right now? Oh, this is a mistake from Neymar.
Yeah,
it's
he needs
to Gaia mistake.
He needs to sit back. Wait,
Look at what is pre-queued.
Wait. Oh.
The Contarius upgrades. This is a mistake right here.
Yeah, Lance of Stone is just not that. You don't go for that, right? You get that as late as possible.
No.
Oh,
That is the one you want to rush if you want to go for Contarius. The problem here is he's teching into Cav when he sees Mass Spearmen.
Yeah.
You just go Murmillo here with Dryads and a couple of Arcus or Kairos, and Egyptians suddenly don't have much to deal with it.
Well, he does get Bite of the Shark, he does get Infantry, he's getting Heavy Cavalry. He's just doing everything at once. And he's kind of got time to do it, I guess. As long as he doesn't build the cons until he sees a hefty amount of Slingers or Axemen, then he's fine. He's taking a fight at this point. This is absolutely wild. All of his tech is still coming through.
This is not good at all. Bite of the Shark isn't even through yet. And he's got a temple. Chasing the Sun has like perfectly placed Wadgets and a temple right there and mass amounts of priests.
I mean, you're even watching this and you're seeing, like, there's no way that Neymar should be even close to winning the fight. And he I wouldn't say he traded well there. Don't get me wrong, he 100% lost that fight. But, like, it wasn't
Better than expected.
Considering how far behind he was to take that fight, that wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
So imagine if he just waited.
Surprisingly.
He just waited. We just built more Murmillo.
Yeah, I mean, Chasing the Sun got the memo, you know, Spearman OP, right? So he's just gonna keep building Spearman into any unit he makes. And he's gonna get away with it. And is also transitioning into some slingers, but I'm not sure why when he's going for Sobek.
I mean, he might just be pretty good. He's not close to the heroic age.
Yeah. He's looking really, really good for Chasing the Sun.
This is so disappointing. It was such a like the strategy here from Neymar was so well thought out, with the exception of making these Contarius. He just didn't need to take
I think that's
fight.
actually what kind of screwed him over a bit there, because he spent so much resources on those Contarius that he could have spent on just more Murmillos, more barracks, more Murmillos, and done the same thing around a minute and a half later and completely overwhelmed Chasing the Sun.
Yeah. Well, now Chasing the Sun can just take full map control. He's kind of allowing Neymar to get this gold mine, being a little bit generous here. He doesn't want to throw his lead, so he's not going to jump on anything here. But take full map control.
That's completely fine.
Sit back, get full economy, and you can go for the heroic age, go for the mythic age. Don't really have to do anything here apart from just make sure you don't lose a bunch of stuff. And it's going to be tough for Neymar to pull himself back after such a hefty loss. The way in which Neymar can get back into this game is getting some good raids off. There's units all over the map. You've got gold villages here, gold villages here, you got gold villages over here. You could drop a dock down, I mean, wildly over on one of these sides to try and get around the back and start looking for other raids. Chasing the Sun is going 4 town centers. So there is even potentially some sort of a mythic age timing that could work here for Neymar as well, if he just wants to cut units completely.
So, one thing Chasing the Sun is very good at that I don't see many other players do is the presence on the map he puts with buildings, walls, and just units in general. Not many people do this. I think his APM is through the roof. I have seen a game of him at 192 EAPM, which is the highest I've ever seen so far in this game.
No,
so this guy is fast, and he does have the APM. Yeah, he has the APM to back it up to do these plays. Like you can see the walls, the docks, the units all around the map. But now we see a sort of a death ball coming from Neymar, trying to look for something. Is it too early to push out, you reckon?
Well, I mean, he's up to 140. He's housed. He's got all these units queued up. This is something I also see that Atlantean players sort of mess up is the amount of military buildings that you need. You probably need around about 10 military buildings here, or the very least conscripts at this point.
Yeah.
But
that's the one thing as well.
Yeah,
I've noticed.
Chasing the Sun is just going to go mythic age here. He has to get a Migdol up first, but
another thing that's slept on is sun-dried mud bricks. It's such a good tech. If he gets it here, he has the favor for it.
Super
just
cheap.
Doesn't
take
everywhere.
very long to research. He's already at 100 villages, so it doesn't matter anyways. This is a nice little bait here, actually, from Neymar. If like, because Chasing the Sun doesn't want to fight this at all. Nice little split here.
Yeah.
Lucas dropped
not
over
too much
here.
value.
Nah, not that
I think
much.
this is Neymar's fight to win, right?
I mean, if he doesn't win this fight, I mean, what else has he got going for him? He has to take it. I mean, there is a Mythic Age coming through. It's going to be Horus, so we're not going to see that. They're not going to see that Son of Osiris, that beautiful Son of Osiris.
Yeah. Should have been, because he's also going Dryads, right? So it would have been even bigger help.
Yeah, this is why.
Nice little win there for Neymar.
This is actually why this wasn't as big of a win as it should have been. You take a look at just one of these barracks. You've got 4, 4, 5, 4 units queued up. It's just a lack of military buildings, unfortunately, for Neymar.
Another thing is, like, I don't like the Arcus here at all. The Arcus will not give him much. Even though Chasing the Sun is building infantry, he should know Mythic is gonna come soon, and based on what he's seeing, he should expect Horus.
Yeah.
And plus, yeah, leather frame shield as well. So it's like these Arcus will all get cleaned up. Ooh.
This
He's
is
still good with it, dude.
that's spicy. He gets spotted, but he's I wonder if he's out of line of sight of these citizens. I think he got kind of unlucky that there was random citizens on the wood line.
Yeah, it does have shifting sands. Like, I don't see why you just don't shift a couple of, or your entire army there.
I just like wait for Horus. Get the super army out. Get all the upgrades. Spearman OP.
Oh. Oh my god.
Guys, just take your eyes, look away from the screen. At least the army's still alive. You gotta take the small wins when you can.
Silver line, yeah, and now he's got some more pop to build some more army, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, just get more army out. you've seen how Recon plays these games. Like, you just get an unkillable army, and even if you're behind like 50 villages, it doesn't matter because your opponent can't kill the army.
Sure. One thing Chasing the Sun is lacking is the monuments. He's not building monuments.
Yeah.
Only 2.
He's got so many resources as well for them. He will be losing the town center. This is actually a big win for Neymar.
Huge win. And he's got the destroyer, right? These destroyers are no joke. Like, they take buildings down really, and he's got the right amount as well. So if he just goes for that TC with a couple of units backing it up, and just sending the rest to defend, he will get some map control back.
There's just so many spearmen. I think you actually just want Kara Ballister here. Is that wrong? Is that wrong for me to say that? If he just had like 4 Kara Ballister out, all of a sudden, now he's actually able to kill these guys.
Like, these Kairos right now at the stage won't work because of the 5.3 speed spearmen, right? They're just gonna maneuver around too well. Wait, 5.5? Wait, what?
Speedy. These are they're raw with Spear of the
Oh
Horizon,
yeah,
whatever it is.
10%. Yeah. You get 5.8 as what's it called? Set, but you get 5.5 as raw.
Yeah. They are speedy. Well, I think Chasing the Sun has hit his power spike. He is in a fantastic spot, and that's the game.
Just well played, GG's.
Yeah, unfortunately for Neymar, I mean, you can't afford to be making mistakes like that at this level. You have to, if you're going to be playing Atlantean against what Chasing the Sun's doing here, you've got to be like, all right, switch on. Okay, he's making only spearmen. Let's go straight into Murmillos. Let's take a winning fight, and let's build on that advantage. He's going to go into Axeman after that. Great. Now we go into Contarius and follow that line through the game. But unfortunately,
Dryads, like, so good as well.
I mean, he had the Dryads out, but because he didn't have the right, I mean, didn't he just hit that button? Like, he said, hit the go button too early. Take a look at this. Like, the first fight he takes, he's in front on military resource value. No, he's not. He's not even in front on military resource value. He's behind on this bite.
And his techs weren't even through. Bite of a shark was
and
like,
his techs weren't coming in. So it's just like, we just need to wait. You see this fight he takes, he wins the fight. I mean, he could have won it harder if he had
not lost the fight previously.
Well, he could have won it harder if he had more military buildings out to get reinforcements in, but
oh yeah. True.
Yeah. But that's a 3-0, I think, for Chasing the Sun. So congratulations to him.
Jeez, well played.
And yes, really, really solid performance. This guy looks very scary. I'm now terrified.
Do you remember when I said he's the up and comer?
Yeah. That's
You
right.
believe me now.
Yeah, he's looking like he's gonna do some damage for sure. Anyways, GG, well played.